All right, I'm here working on my S15 and I'm going to install the bell housing and the throwout bearing to measure the air gap. That's the distance between the front of the clutch and the throwout bearing. So you want to measure the distance between here and the front of the clutch, because if it's too tight, when the clutch starts to wear, it'll just start slipping because it doesn't have any room for the forks to come out. And I'm not sure what happens if it's too big. I'm guessing you're gonna have a lot of play in the pedal or something. It's gonna feel like shit. So, or if it's too big, this piston will just come all the way out. So let me show you right now. Let me flip the camera. I have everything on the floor. This is just an example. You're gonna wanna take this and bolt it to the adapter plate. The adapter plate is bolted to the bell housing. I've already did it, so I already know what I need. I'm just gonna show you guys how to do it. So you wanna bolt everything down and make sure it's tight. And then you're gonna make sure this is pushed down. You wanna make sure the throwout bearing is all the way in as far as it can go before you get your measurement. So that's in. Then you're gonna take the dial gauge and you're gonna measure how thick the piece is you're using. Okay, this is 1 inch. This thing's 1 inch. So now I know that I need to take 1 inch off of my measurement. And then you're pretty much gonna take this and you're just gonna measure straight down till it hits the floor. Bam, hit the floor. So what do I get? I got, let me show you how to read this thing. Okay, where's the pin? So let me show you how this works. So let's get the right angle. Okay, so the way this gauge works, it's gonna be 0.000. That's how the gauge is zeroed. If everything's at 0, that's how the number should look. And once you take your measurement, I'm at 4. So the first number would be 4. That's this number. It's at 4. And then you see here, I'm at 8. So the second 0 point would be 8. And then you look at this gauge, and this is 0 to 100. So the last two numbers are what's gonna be in this gauge. So I'm at, looks like 25. So 25. Okay, and I'm gonna wanna take an inch off of this number because I was measuring with this piece. So I'm gonna take an inch off. So the real number is 3.825. So after you get that number, you have the measurement from this. Now you need to bolt this on to the car. Without this, you need to take this off. You need to bolt the bell housing to the car and measure from the back of this to the face of the clutch. Let me show you what it looks like underneath my car. Get a light for you really quick. Getting all fucking dirty. This shit's a bitch. Okay. It sucks working underneath the car and not on the lift, but here you go. Okay, so you can see right now, I have the Clutch Masters 850 twin disc. I have the back shield already bolted on. The clutch, the flywheel's torqued. The pressure plate is torqued. And what's gonna happen is, see, when you torque everything down, this spring right here, it actually moves in. So right now, the clutch is new. This is as far as it's going in. So when the clutch wear, these little fingers are gonna move outward. And if the bearing is touching this and you start wearing your clutch, these fingers starts to move outwards, and if they can't go back, then the clutch is gonna slip because it's not letting the clutch wear it, and the fingers don't have the space to move back to let the clutch engage all the way. So it'll just hit the throwout bearing, and then the clutch will keep wearing, and then it will just start to slip. So you have to make sure there's a gap so this can go all the way out until the clutch is all the way down and worn out, is still gripping to the last minute. So that's why we're doing this whole gap. It's supposed to be 0.200. That's what the gap needs to be. So I think they say it's 0.180 to 0.200. So that's what we're looking for this gap to be in between this. I'm gonna measure from right here to the back of the belt housing. Let me bolt the belt housing up for you guys. Okay, so RB, so this shit fits kind of tight. I gotta do a little twist maneuver to get this shit in here. Okay. So usually you're gonna want to use all 4 bolts, but because I've already done this, I'm only gonna use 2, just as an example. But you want to put all 4 in to take your measurement to make sure this shit is all the way touching the block. That way the measurement's right. I don't think you want to be at the track having a good old time and your fucking clutch starts slipping. So you look like an idiot, and then you spent hundreds of dollars going out to the track, and you don't get to have fun. You get to watch everyone else have fun. So there we go. It is on. Now let me grab the thing I used to put across here to the measure against, to measure the space. Give me a second. So again, you're gonna want to grab right here. Let's see, maybe this gauge is locked. Okay, there we go. So remember, this is 1 inch, so I have to take 1 inch off of this measurement. So I'm gonna line this up right here. I'm gonna put this right here. Gonna push up, slipped off. I'm gonna push this in until it touches the front of the pressure plate, the forks, and then I get my measurement. And that measurement is kind of hard to tell. It is 5. It's gonna be 5.006. That's what I'm getting. Let me double check. Do it one more time. So we put it like this. Kind of hard the way I have this set up under here with the camera. Okay, let's see what I get. I got 5.009. So let's see if you can see that. So that's pretty close. Once you get those 2 measurements, let me show you what you need to do next. I'm from underneath the car. I'm gonna show you how to measure the air gap. So now this number was from the ground to the top of this bearing. Okay, so that's that distance. And then this number, which is 5, it is 5, like I showed you. First number is 5, and then point, the next number, not to 1 yet, so it'd be 0. And then the next one is 9 on this gauge, so 0, 9. So you're gonna have those 4 digits So, and the piece that I was using to measure was 1 inch. So that's gonna make that measurement 4.009. So, and you're gonna subtract these two numbers. And then when you subtract these two numbers, you get 0.184. And that's your air gap. And according to Rick and Bink, the air gap's supposed to be 0.200 to 1 or 0.180. So it looks like I'm gonna be okay. I don't need to do anything but just bolt everything together and I'll be good. So, and that's how you do it. It's that simple. So I know there's a lot of videos, but no one really shows you how it's done on the GSR. So all those measurements from the back of the adapter plate is pretty much just like measuring from the front of this to your clutch. So that's what I'm measuring from the back of the adapter plate. So now all this means is I could just bolt up everything, put my lines on, bolt up everything, and everything should be set and ready to go. That's how you do it, that easy.